Morning, morning.
Oh, sorry guys, my mic was muted. My mic was muted. How are you guys? Good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Bro, I
good.
was talking the whole time. I was there.
I was like, wait, why is it not working?
Yeah, literally the whole time I was talking, but my mic was muted.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool though.
What's happening, my bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing fine so far. Just waiting on market to move.
Nice, nice. Caught anything today? Or staying on your hands?
Yeah, just sitting on my hands. I lost in London actually.
Okay, that's part of the
That's
game,
about it
bro.
for the day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
part
part
of
of
the
the game.
game.
As
It's
long as you know it was a calculated loss,
yeah,
managed
exactly.
risk. That's about
I
it, man. But today, hopefully, man, I want to see gold dump big time, honestly. Because this
yeah,
weekly is calling for it. See, this weekly is calling for
yeah.
it. Big dump is coming on gold,
Think that
honestly.
if we can break that 1800s, 1790
Yeah,
something isn't real unrealistic at all.
yeah, because we didn't do anything yesterday either. So today we should expect big moves, hopefully. Literally did nothing yesterday whatsoever, bro. Because I was actually expecting this move yesterday the whole time, man. Okay, let's quickly check the weekly now. So as we can see, guys, weekly is literally calling for the bottom wick at this point now. Let's see where weekly has tapped now. Weekly is literally tapped into this zone over here, and now from there it started to reject. As we can see, this area has been respected numerous times, right? It was like a support area around here, resistance area. We do understand that we are quite bullish on gold at the moment, but again, in order for gold to obviously come to the top side of the range, which we are aiming for, which is about 1829 to 1830, right? Gold needs to obviously move in a sustainable manner. At the moment, it needs to create a bone wick, and then afterwards, it needs to come back. Just give me 1 second. I need to send this link to another person for the Zoom. Just remembered. Okay, lovely. So yeah, look. Oh, look at that rejection, bro. Oh, I just take eyes off the chart and look at that rejection. Oh, look at the 1 minute candle. I'm telling you, gold is dumping to. Oh, look at that 1 minute candle. Do
Wait,
you
what's
guys see?
happening?
Oh, 70 pips, bro. Literally, I just called it. What next minute? Look at the dump. 70 pips drop, bro. I'm telling you, gold is dropping today. See that? I told you,
Wait,
bro. I told you.
I just picked up my phone for like 1 second and gold is
Yeah.
80 pips from where I wanted it.
Trust me, bro. Literally, I took my eyes off the chart. I was like, let me just send the Zoom link to another one of my, members. I look back at the charts is dropped like 80 pips in literally a minute, man. I'm telling you, gold is calling for the bottom wick. I'm not looking for anything but sales today.
Yeah.
But now we're starting to tap into this resistance area. We got the open coming up as well. So hopefully, if we can create some sort of nice pullback and then after that start taking those sell orders from up here potentially, we could see a nice move down. But at this point now, this 1 minute candle has dropped so much. uh I would like to see some sort of decent pullbacks at this point now. Let's quickly look at the structure on the 4 hour as well. Yeah, we got a resistance area right here. Let's see, where does usually price come to, and then from there starts rejecting. We know that this area does hold right here. Look at that, see that, right? So if we can get some sort of rejection from this point on, and then from there start dumping, look at that massive rejection from here as well. So any point from here, I'll actually put a box here rather than putting a single end, just to make it a little bit easier. But yo, you guys see the dump? Wow, today's gonna be a nice clean move to the downside. I think at this point now it's gonna obviously correct itself a little bit, right? Because the move was very explosive, and if we can get some sort of correction all the way up to this resistance level, that'll be like the sweet spot for us, right? Some sort of push all the way up to this resistance level. At this point, kind of like turn this into a pullback point, this 4 hour resistance level, and at that point we can kind of like take it all the way down, honestly. But gold today is calling for those sales, man. Look how much the candle literally just dropped in 1 minute. So we got another 3 minutes left now. It's doing that pullback. So with the new candle opening, if I see a massive wick to the downside, massive candle to the downside, I'm taking it all the way down. Honestly, all the way down. Oh, MetaTrader 5, why'd you do this to me all the time? How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing good? And guys, turn on your cams as well. All of yous.
I'm got a cam.
Bro. Oh yeah, I know you keep your face obviously. I know.
Oh no, I just don't have a camera on my computer.
Oh, you never have a camera?
Yeah, I gotta get one. When I was on my laptop, I used to.
Yeah, my brother.
Sometimes I did on.
You definitely should, bro. You definitely should. Especially like, you know, because you're live streaming as well. It will really help you with the live streams as well.
People want to see what I look like as well.
Yeah. It kind of like makes them feel like they're connected to you, right? That's the thing.
Yeah. Instead of just looking at my profile pic or my name.
Yeah, unless you're doing some inside trading or something like that, then just keep it hidden, bro.
No, but sometimes when I'm like streaming, I have 3 notebooks. I have my phone open. Like I'm doing multiple shit at the same time. So
No, I feel you. You have to, man. You have to do that in order to be obviously consistent in this game. You have to do what you have to do. But today, man, I'm looking for this dump. Honestly, gold is calling for all of this liquidity today. Can we get a nice dump all the way down to, I don't want to jinx it, but can we see a dump all the way down to 54? What do you guys think? Are we reaching? I think we might be reaching a little bit because it has tapped into this support area now on the daily time frame, right? So from here now, our job as obviously traders is to investigate. Are we going to basically turn this area into the pullback area? So obviously now we did push all the way up to this 4-hour resistance. At this point now, you're looking to see if this area is being turned into a pullback area. Otherwise, if you start to form some sort of double bottom here on low time frames, at that point you can definitely take it back up from here as well. We're not going to marry one idea and one bias. Obviously, we're being fluid in the market, right? So we're looking for buyers as well as to sell. So at the moment, we've got one rejection. This is the new candle opening at this point. Now let's see if we can get another rejection just up here, and then at that point get another nice massive bearish candle, kind of like pushing all the way to the downside, right? Because we are quite bearish on gold. But again, we do understand we have tapped into that daily area, very strong area at this point now. So the pullbacks can be very explosive as well. So either way, I'm looking to take it, buyers or sells. It depends, right? And remember the candle we back tested yesterday, and
yeah,
just remember that, right? Just remember that. If it comes up, I'll be more than happy to execute on it. Because at this point now, look, if price wanted to push down, it will push down from here, right? Kind of like form another rejection here. But if we start clearing this with some sort of momentum at this point now, I'm taking this all the way back up because the pullbacks are going to be very aggressive as well at this point, right?
Might be now.
Yeah. Okay, at this point now, look, you're looking for momentum. At the moment, the momentum's not really there, is it? But again, remember, it's pushed up about 7 pips now. Let's see if it can push up another couple pips, pull back. Let's see. Okay, I think this might be the candle, and let's see. Yeah, I'm in as well, aiming for the correction to the top side. But I'm in with a small position because I'm looking to take risk on the sells at the moment. This is just a correction. We did back test this, so let's let it do some damage because it is the daily support area over here as well. So yeah, the pullbacks are going to be very aggressive as well, especially because it's the new 30-minute opening now and you're tapping into that daily area. The pullbacks are going to be very aggressive. So I'm looking to take it at least all the way up. So if it does start rejecting, I'm securing some profits to the top side, right? I'm probably just going to secure about 50% and then let the other 50% just stay open and kind of like scale in if we do start rejecting this. I want to see though, because right now the momentum is to the top side. Just one thing that's happening right now is potentially this can be a pullback. So we kind of want to see what's happening, right? But we did backtest this yesterday. And yeah, we do understand that usually when you get the open, right, half one open, you get those explosive moves. And now if you go down to the lower time frames, right, you guys will understand this is your daily support area. The previous candle, the way it pushed all the way down, it was very massive push down, right? So it needs to be corrected. And then when you tap into our daily support area, and then at that point you're getting the half one opening as well, which is a very volatile session, right? The pullbacks are going to be very volatile as well. So that's the thing. At the moment, we said we are very fluid in the markets. We're not looking to fight the market. So yeah, honestly, if I do get any sort of moves to the top side, I'll take it as well. Stop loss is below the structure, right, Ange?
Yeah.
Nice. At this point though, if I do see any sort of like bearish candles kicking in, I'm looking to take it down because I want to see gold come all the way down. And I want to see what happens when we do tap this area right here though. First of all, we need to figure out how explosive this pullback will be, right? Because at this point, look at these bearish candles at the moment. You're not seeing any sort of engulfing bearish candles. It just shows you that buyers are still within control.
Yeah.
But you're doing some sort of pullbacks at this point. So if you see one massive engulfing bullish candle printing out at this point now, then you obviously know that pullback will be obviously a little bit bigger. So let's see what happens. And usually what happens is, you know, when you close above that resistance area, price likes to come down and retest it. So yeah, let's see. I would not like to see this structure here break though, for us to obviously capitalize on those pullbacks. At that point, you can come all the way down here to form that double bottom. So yeah, from here, I'll look to see if I want to cash in on those buys or those sells to the downside. But this point here is very crucial for me, this area over here. Which is 17.94. But at this point now, if you start tapping this resistance area over here and you see one massive engulfing bullish candle, at that point you're going up, going all the way up. I'm going to scale in with the position. Look at this candle, the way it closed without massive rejection, man, on the minute time frame as well. I feel like gold today is calling for all of that liquidity to the downside. I don't know why I have a feeling we're going to see like a massive drop on gold today. But one thing though, we have tapped into this obviously support area at this point now, is very strong area at this point, and the bottom wick is so nice at this point as well. So if the buys do play out, you're literally catching you all the way from the downside, because look at the upper wick on the daily candle as well. At the moment the upper wick is only about 9 pips right now, not even 9 pips, about 6 pips, my bad. So the upper wick is actually very tiny as well. That's the thing. I can potentially see us tapping 87 if we do start breaking 92-ish area. 87 looks nice, yeah. Just quickly mark this again. Right now, look at the way the candles are printing. You're not seeing any sort of momentum either to the top side or the downside. No one's in control at the moment, so you want to see who will take control at that point. We can execute, right? Because we know that session has been very choppy recently, so any sort of clues that we get either to the top side or the downside, we'll look to take it. But at the moment, look, we're starting to form higher highs and higher lows. This is one of our key areas over here, 75, which we did reject off of right here. So now you want this rejection to obviously hold at this point, right? But now let's say you start to engulf this at this point, now start breaking below this, then you have obviously two choices. Either you're going to start turning this into that rejection area, because you can see, right, this is where the buyers took control from. But again, massive rejection to the downside at this point, and this needs to be corrected. You guys gotta understand, price has to move in a sustainable manner, right? So we gotta keep that in our mind. And our session has just started now. I'm looking to see. Yeah, so Ange, I'm not holding this trade.
No.
Yeah, this trade I'm not looking for. The thing is, right, in order for me to kind of like, basically what happened was, right, this is where I wanted to execute. But again, it's the way the candles were printing. I kind of knew, the thing is, right, the thing that we have been back testing is being a little bit different. This is more like, you gotta see where the momentum is. Usually we don't have momentum to the downside, This is a very explosive move to the downside, right? So this is technically not the same move that we have been backtesting. That's why, would you really want to hold it all the way till down there?
No,
For me
I
personally,
would be
no.
cutting my losses.
That's the thing. And also with something like this, you don't even want to risk 0.5% if you're trying to catch the buys from here. But if you can get that extra bit of confirmation here, kind of like creating the double bottom, at that point, yeah, we can look to cash in on those buys. Until then, as I said, I'm going to wait for this area to get tapped, 79.4. From there, I'll see if I want to take it up or down. Let's see. Because at this point, this is a very volatile session as well, right? You have the upper wick as well as the bottom wick on the 30-minute candle. So whichever way the volatility is, that's the way we're looking to basically take it, because you gotta understand two things can happen at this point, right? Because we've tapped into a very key area. So from here, you're looking to see, is this turning into a pullback? If this is your pullback, right, you want to see, is this pullback going to hold, or are we going to start breaking out of this? If we obviously break out of this, you do understand that you can push all the way up to this key area, which is 1804. You guys can see from there, you got such an explosive move to the downside, right? Look at that. So obviously this is an area of significant. We can see a lot of sellers are sitting up here. So maybe buyers want to take the price all the way to the top side, and then from there sellers can take control again to kind of like dump the price down. And this way you have also corrected this move up. But again, this is a 50% correction, so the correction is actually very nice. If I can see a nice bearish candle kind of like closing below this area, and then at that point, if we see a pullback, I'm looking to take this all the way down, honestly. I might even look to take one entry in a little bit. If it depends if this candle here is volatile, because I'm looking to take a couple entries on this position, dynamic risk entries though. But I want to see how this area reacts. But I really do see gold dropping today, honestly. I mean, we shall find out in a little bit, right? We just have to wait for our confirmations. Either this area here will turn into some sort of double bottom, or we're gonna start clearing this with a lot of momentum. So we just kind of have to wait for momentum to kick into the markets now. Join late. Are in any trade? No trades at the moment. We're waiting for the trades over here. Gold is starting a move. Oh shit. We got Zender. Zender, someone knows you in our live stream. He said, oh shit, we got Zender.
Oh,
Is that how you pronounce your name? Zender or Xander?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Zender? Okay.
Hello. I don't know who recognized me, but sweet.
Zender, you got fans, man. You need to get that cam,
Yeah.
bro. You gotta get the cam now, man. They're asking for
Getting famous now and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Bro. Obviously, when you put in that work, man, give it to the community. Because I was watching your post on Insta, I was like, you know what? This is a sensible guy. He knows what trading is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I just felt like there were like too many frauds in the community. Just
Way
people
too
looking
many,
to get like a quick buck out of, gullible and, not stupid, but uneducated people. I feel like a lot of people have interest in trading.
Exactly.
And it sucks when they get scammed like that. So I was like, you know what? I'll open an account to see how many people I can help.
Hey bro, you seen the video, right? Where that guy made a fake guru account on Insta, and people were messaging him. They're like, yo, can you teach us? Blah, blah, blah. He's a NFT collector or something. That's actually so funny. It just shows you, even if you don't know a single thing about trading, you show the lifestyle, people will just come to you. It's insane, man.
Yeah, they all think it's easy money until they start blowing accounts and stuff like that. But that just gives you an idea of how easy people or how fast people are to jump on someone just because they own flashy things. Just because of a car or clothes or stuff like that.
Bro, it's human nature. That's what it is, bro. They see flashy stuff. They see something that's quick. They ain't got put in the work. They'll be more than happy to jump in, my bro. That's the thing, right? It's human nature, bro. Greed, lust, all of that comes in. That's kind of like, your psychology as well. That's why psychology is so important in this game, bro. Because like literally, especially if you're trading like 1 minute chart, your psychology's got to be on point, because every single minute can give you a new opportunity in the market. So you have to wait for those confirmations and just stick to what 1 to 2 trades a day, and that's about it.
Like I always tell people, trading is the hardest way to make easy money.
Yes, sir. You have to keep it simple. Like that. Another thing people get like confused. Simple doesn't mean easy. Simple means simple, not complicated, but not easy. That's another thing people fail to understand. Trading is not easy, but if you keep it simple, trading can be very systematic. Have a system. Your stop losses, every stop loss is whatever 20 pips. For us, usually it's 20 pips, right, Ange? Our stop loss, something like that. Have a system and just follow the system, man. As long as you've back tested and you know that you have an edge over long term, that's it. But people
Never
always
put any
hoping,
pressure
right?
on yourself. That's something I see a lot of people do. You're like, there's something I did myself actually. I opened my account and I was like, oh fuck, I want to make 100% gains in 3 months. I want to do this and that and that. And then reality hit me.
Yeah, 3 months, man. But that's the thing, people don't understand, right? If they can actually become consistent, start creating profits per monthly basis, even 10%, which is very nice, right? And very doable. Imagine you can get funded now up to even 2 mil in capital. So imagine 10% return on investment on 2 mil. It's insane money, insane amount of money. In 10 months, if you have good 10 months, let's forget 10 months, right? Let's just go as annual basis. So you can have 100% return on investment on a 2 mil account if you're really consistent ladder. Very, very easily. But that's the thing, right? People just want to make quick money. They don't want to put in that work. They don't want to wait for it.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's all be realistic. We all wouldn't mind a couple extra millions, right? But people don't realize that those millions, they don't come in a year or two.
Exactly.
It might come in 5 if you stay consistent, though.
That's it, my bro. Even people, they don't understand one thing, right? All these, famous gurus, they see, if they are actually legit traders, right? Bro, you don't see the downfalls. You don't see the struggle they've put in. You just see the good things, the lifestyle, the flashy lifestyle. But you don't see when they were going crazy, losing their hair because they were taking losses, blowing up accounts. Bro, you don't see the struggle. You don't see the journey. You just see the progress, the results. That's what people kind of the way they approach the markets. It's I'm gonna get the results straight away. All I gotta do is just be dedicated for a couple months. It doesn't work like that, man.
They get the absolute wrong idea of what trading's like.
Most
and
definitely.
I can tell that because I'd say a good 80% of the people that message me are just confused on what Forex trading is like as well.
Even bro, I met some guy the other day. He lives a little bit, basically he follows me Insta. There was some guy. He was asking me bro, I got this much money here. Can you invest it in trading for me? I'm like, invest in trading for you? What are you talking about? He's like, bro, I got this much. You take this much, and then obviously, if you make 100% flip, I take 50. You take 50. I was like, oh my days, bro, it's crazy, man. People do not understand what trading is,
And you know what's crazy? I don't know why they approach people like us for that. You literally have hedge funds that will tell you, you know what? For $3,000 a year, I'll take your fucking money and I'll invest it. I'll flip it for you. Why do you come to guys with an Instagram page? Are you that gullible? You're gonna trust me with all your money? Come on.
For real, man. On Insta, more time they cannot show your track record, bro, of at least previous 6 months. That's the thing as well. Go to a hedge fund. They'll show you a track record of years.
Oh, they'll show you for years.
For years, man. So yeah, you actually have something to go based off. Even though previous results, they don't really mean anything when it comes to trading, right? Because markets are always changing. But again, credibility factor is there, bro. The credibility factor is definitely there.
Actually right now I'm looking into it because let me just give a little background story. In the Netherlands, you don't get paid interest from when your account is in a savings account. You actually have to pay that interest for banks to hold your money, which is really incredible. So in a bad way. So I started looking at hedge funds, and the first thing I told them was, okay, send me your track record. Let me see how good you guys have been going. And these guys have been going 300% a year or something like that. And as a Forex trader, you're like, oh, that doesn't sound like much. But when you put 50,000 aside and let that run for 5 years, imagine that. It's really simple money. People have to think about the long game.
And it's the compound interest that kicks in as well. That's when the magic happens.
Exactly.
Especially if you don't obviously take your money out every year. Just leave it in there. Oh boy, the compound interest. It will be insane. That's the thing, right?
Set and forget.
Yeah. That's another thing though, right? Now you have so much opportunity. All you gotta do is just have that discipline and be consistent in the markets. Another thing I've noticed, bro, people cannot handle losses. When you're winning all the time, people are there. They feel this is like the magic pill, the magic strategy. They found it. The magic mentor is always just wins and wins, like, you know. But then as soon as, like, you know, the losses occur, people just disappear, man.
Yeah,
that's another thing as well.
It's something that, you know, like today I just woke up very honest. I woke up, I took a loss, man. There's nothing I can do about that. And
exactly,
a couple seconds ago, I just secured back that loss. That's how trading goes.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Literally, bro. It's part of the game, man. That's what happens, right? This Insta, like all the people like on social media, the way their brains are wired now, like they think like, oh no, like you're gonna have 10 positions open in a day, you're gonna make 100K, it's possible. Q Banks does it, he does it, that person there does it. I'm like, bro, it's not as simple as that. There's a process. There's a process. Only if it was as simple as that, right? We'll be printing money over here.
I think if it was that simple to make that much money, it would have been illegal by now.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
But yeah, I just secured some pound yen buys. Right now, I'm waiting on the gold new 4-hour to open.
Yeah.
And see if maybe I can catch something with that.
I mean, even with this new 15-minute open, you might be seeing some sort of momentum kicking in. But honestly, bro, like this was the only move. This literally happened 5 minutes before our session. Imagine this had happened like during our session. I would have caught this right here, man. Most definitely. This would have been such a nice move to the downside, man. But at this point now, we're looking to obviously see if this becomes a pullback or we're going to see a nice break to the top side or the downside. But we're within this consolidation, and we do understand that our session has been so rangy recently. So I want to be super careful before I execute on anything, right? This over here, obviously, you're getting one rejection over here. You're also seeing another rejection at this point now, and this candle ended up kind of like engulfing everything, and then the next one kind of like open. So I do obviously like the way the candles are printing to the top side, right? I would have taken a position here, but I would like to see some more pullbacks. So let's say if we can tap into this area, kind of like close out of this area at this point now, 1 or 2 pullback candles, and then another engulfing bullish candle, and then I'll take this all the way back up at that point. I would have taken a position here, but I'm being super careful because we are within this range, and usually like recently price action has been so choppy on gold, man. So I'm being super careful. Otherwise I would have taken a position on this candle here engulfing, and then obviously the previous candle literally just did a retest starting to break the highs, and that's where you can take an impulsive entry and let the momentum do its thing, right? Because we understand this is a very volatile session.
Yeah.
But it's just one thing is that obviously I want to see how it plays out, man. Because I'll have a better confirmation if we can break out of this, and then at that point see 1 or 2 pullback candles, we can take it all the way to the top side, at least to like 1804, at least to 1804 for sure.
And if we reject and start going back down, you said your target was 1787.
To the downside, yeah, 87 okay. Can most definitely get hit, bro. Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too.
Yeah,
I think right now, you know, if we reject 1800s, it might really be a solid drop today.
Yeah, the thing is, right, we haven't collected any sort of liquidity for a while now. That's the thing. We need to grab liquidity, and the liquidity is at least like below 59. And if it wants to grab a lot of liquidity, then it's going to dump all the way below 44. So maybe might even see 41 getting tapped. It really depends, right? But can we realistically see that happening today? Not really. But during the week, we know potentially we can see that happening. But again, we do understand on the higher time frames, we do want to see this top side of the range get tapped as well at this point, right? But again, with the previous candle, bro, it did reject from the top side a little bit. This one can pull back a little bit, coming all the way down, even breaking the lows of the previous candle, right? So kind of like coming all the way down to this support area. We can grab liquidity as soon as we break the lows of the previous weekly candle as well. At that point, we can get a massive bounce up all the way to at least 13. That could be your first target, and then obviously next weekly candle can come all the way to the resistance.
Yeah, it's one thing I've learned on gold, nothing's impossible.
Oh no, definitely not, man. It's a very volatile session because look, next week you're also going to be getting the monthly open as well. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a new monthly candle as well, so also keep that in mind as well. So at this point, look, it's also tapping into that resistance, this candle on the monthly resistance. That's the thing. So at this point now, you do want to see some sort of pullbacks, and then potentially this can give you like that liquidity. Literally, if we do start to break the monthly lows as well, that's a lot of liquidity, man. And then the next one can literally just bounce all the way to the top side. Another thing I am thinking is maybe the next candle opens, at least pushes down to this support area, the current support area, 55, and then from there we get the nice bounce up all the way to the top side. All the way to the top side, honestly. But I'm quite bullish on gold though. Like long term, I'm really bullish on gold.
Yeah, I was bearish, but right now, seeing as how everything's going on the US dollar and all, I kind of doubt in their abilities to fix up the entire economic situation. So I'm definitely bullish on it as well. I think inflation is just getting started in the US.
Yes, sir. The way the Fed's printing money.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
It's kind of concerning to actually think about the people getting affected though. Like I always think about that.
Yeah, that's where your assets. You should have assets. You should not be holding any sort of fiat currency anywhere. All of your assets, man, needs to be like, for me, like my assets are usually like, you'll have your crypto. Crypto probably I feel like is the best asset right now. Digital asset, crypto, man. Especially like, all the prices are starting to boom again. Man, I'm a big believer that XRP is going to at least $5. At least $5. Either this year or early start of next year. I can really see that happening as well. Just waiting for that lawsuit to be settled with SEC, bro. As soon as that's settled, oh man.
I think that lawsuit will be like handled easily because they gave a good example of another crypto coin where people are like insider trading and they're like, well, that's not a security, so why are we not allowed to do it?
Exactly. And also, bro, the thing is, you don't understand how many people are making money from fraud. You know what they do? They create a new coin and then they start promoting it. I was actually in TFL the other day. That's like, transport for London, bro. I saw an ad for a crypto coin, some African coin. I forgot what the name was. And then it was like, yeah, go to our website, check us out. I went on the website, bro. It was the biggest scam. The biggest scam. It happened recently as well. Someone opened up a coin. And then obviously this again, everyone to invest. Literally when the price went to like $2, they took out the plug. They flew out to like Switzerland. It's insane, man. The amount of frauds going on right now.
Literally anyone can create a crypto coin. That's the thing. But to get real interest in it, that's the hard part.
Yeah, no, basically, bro, it's just like they're playing with, again, human emotions, right? They're telling you, like, listen, we're going to drive the price up of this coin, stop putting your money in, stop money. But then again, if you check their terms and services, the fraud is like, it is legal fraud as well. You can't do anything to them, bro. That's the thing. Because no one's going to bother, like, reading the terms and services. That's the thing.
And that's kind of the biggest issue around crypto right now. All of this which is going on is still completely illegal. All the pump and dumps.
That's the thing.
All the way of like depositing dirty money into it. It's all legal.
You can't do nothing. It's not regulated at the moment.
I don't think they will ever be able to regulate crypto. There's so much already in the market that no one is easily gonna buy millions worth of Bitcoin like right now from some random ass broker. If you're gonna buy it, it's gonna be private. And no one's going to have a track of it.
I mean, to be honest, bro, I can see that happening, the regulation. Maybe not anytime soon, but you got to understand, government will make money from anything.
Oh, they'll find a way.
They'll find a way. They'll find a way. Bro, they'll find a way. Trust me.
They always find a way.
As soon as everyone starts jumping on the, crypto wave again. I mean, everyone knows about crypto now anyway, but again, you got to understand, not everyone knows just yet. So when everyone literally globally starts finding out about crypto, they start jumping in all of these coins. Oh boy, government's gonna be taxing everyone again. It's crypto tax. Trust me, next couple of years it's gonna come. Crypto tax.
Oh, no doubt.
Buy your homes with crypto. Save some money with a crypto tax.
There are already some real estate agents accepting crypto actually.
Yeah.
I heard the story of a real estate agent in 2014. Someone wanted to buy a house from him with, I think it was about 5 million in Bitcoin around that time.
Yeah.
And he refused the offer. Well, obviously as a realtor, you're not going to accept some shit coin that has no real value. But now he looks back and he would have had like 2 billion in Bitcoin. And
Hey bro, I
Yeah.
heard a story. There was some guy, he bought pizza with like 100 or something bitcoins like back then. You heard that story, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was one expensive pizza. That's for sure
An
though.
expensive fucking pizza. But one thing I always keep thinking about crypto is what is the limit on crypto?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because people keep talking about market cap, but market cap in reality holds no real value. On paper, you could say, okay,
Yeah.
Bitcoin is 1 trillion, it's too big right now, it can't keep growing. But that's just a theory. There's no real facts behind it. Just like inflation, inflation is going to keep growing either way. There's no real roof on it.
Bro, all I gotta say is just look at the population. Look at the
Yeah.
population globally. Like, trust me, that's the thing. When you actually understand the whole concept of crypto, right? I'll be completely honest. I'm actually a big believer in crypto, especially like the projects that do make sense. So these are obviously good investments, not like your shit coins, not like obviously Dogecoin, nothing
Yes.
like that, right? So I'm talking like XRP, Ethereum, Cardano. These sort of coins, they actually have like meaningful projects that you can actually see it working out. So with these coins, I can really see it. Like honestly, you gotta understand everything is now based digitally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta understand even like your assets are going to start becoming more digital now. Look at Forex, something like this you could not do 50 years back, could you? You could not be
No,
sitting
never.
here on TradingView and like actually making money. But look, this is actually, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. They're like, oh, that's not a real job, Forex. Because people are so old school the way they were. They're like, becoming a doctor, becoming a solicitor
Yeah.
is a real job. Go get educated. They're like, oh, this is what is this? You're looking at lines going up and down. This is gambling. But that's the thing. The way people are wired is just their mentality is very old school. Everything is
Yeah.
changing, especially the world's changing every single day, man. Every single day. Like AIs are taking over. Literally, so many jobs are going to be replaced as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So you really,
Actually, funny enough, my father himself, he was a stockbroker, and he was trading like just right before and after the dot-com boom.
okay.
And it was about like 3 4 years ago, and he said like 20 years ago I would have never done this shit. He said it was always waking up at 6 a.m, grabbing the newspaper, making a
Yeah.
bunch of calls,
Calls, that's
and
it.
that's how you make your money. But now he says he
Exactly.
just sits behind one laptop, in his boxers. He has his slippers on and fucking Judge Judy in the
Yeah.
background, and that's how he
I
makes
know,
his
I
money.
know, I know. Bro, like I was actually watching the way they used to analyze the markets back then. It was insane. It
Mm.
was insane. And then obviously the way they will actually have to like, if you was a retail trader back then, imagine like you'll have to be on a hold for like hours upon hours before you could actually make an order. Because the
Oh
brokers
yeah.
were getting so busy, especially when it was like, open timings, right? And then
Mm.
at that point, literally, bro, you'll miss out. Imagine the slip. You guys just imagine the slip. Imagine like right now on gold taking a trade, but the trade kind of gets executed like an hour later. Obviously, it might be a little bit of exaggeration, an hour, but you get the point, right? Now that's the thing. People don't understand like the edge in the market can be created very easily compared to back then. So like the
Yeah.
stats back then, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, you can't compare that to now. That's the thing. So I really
No,
do want to see
definitely
the
not.
stats for Forex, like, for the past 10 years, see how the stats are.
Yeah, it used to be really slow, but now with like retail sale, like normal average daily Joes, just walking into the market saying, "Hey, I want to
Yeah.
buy and sell the pound." It's making a lot of stuff move way differently. Of course, the
Yeah.
banks always have power over us,
Mm.
but I think it's kind of good that anyone has access to the markets. It's good and bad because look at what the fuck Reddit did, but in the same way, it's good that it gives people like us like a chance to do it. We don't have to go get a degree and walk into Goldman Sachs and say, hey, I want to sit behind your charts and play with your terminals. No, just do that from the comfort of our own home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Especially like, if you're an inside trader, for you, literally becoming a millionaire is so easy now. Let's be
Mm.
honest, like, let's be completely honest. Who can actually catch you if you're an inside trader? Who can actually, back then, it was very, very bad. Like, you could get caught like this. Like, literally, snap of a finger, you'll get caught. But now, literally, let's say you're an inside trader, you got certain things set up in like different locations, out of bound, out of reach, man, you're making easy returns, honestly.
I can guarantee you there are millions and
Yeah.
millions of insider traders. Like
Million.
people always talk about it. Oh, they wouldn't do that. That's illegal. But Who's gonna catch them? They put it under some friend's name in Dubai or in St. Vincent Islands. No
You
one's ever
know,
gonna fucking catch them.
bro, I actually know one personally myself. Trust me, he's very like scared because obviously like the FCA is like they will
Oh
be
yeah.
onto his case like straight away. So he's a bit scared. But trust me, like you see the flash crash that was coming for gold. Like I'm not gonna say he told me about it, but like let's just say he knew that that was coming like literally a couple of days beforehand.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of people actually knew about it,
Yeah,
but it was kind of weird how they knew about it because it was apparently a server-side problem on liquidity providers.
he's
Yeah,
in.
but you know, I don't really believe in coincidences. That's just
No
my
way,
thought,
no way. That's never happening in the market, man. The manipulation is what's happening in the markets.
especially on gold.
Most definitely. Okay, so at this point now, look how many times we have attempted to break out of this range. Numerous times, right? So if you see a nice candle kind of like clearing this area at this point now, 1800 with some sort of momentum, we can potentially look to take it back up. But I want to see how it clears 1800 as well, the top side of the range, because this can be the last point of area. Okay, at this point, let's see how it starts playing out. I might be looking to scale in on here. Let's see if there is momentum to the top side. Okay, I like this, guys. I might be looking to scale in. If I see more momentum to the top side, kind of take it all the way to at least 18 or 2. It needs to kind of like break its own highs now again with momentum. Kind of like keeping a tight stop loss below this. But we need to start clearing out this range. And at that point, you don't want to see these lows get violated as well. And we will take a small position here and kind of like scale in when you see more pullbacks, right? But you want to see a nice close and nice breakout of this with momentum, and you're expecting momentum to drive the price all the way back up, kind of like forming a double bomb over here at the bottom as well. You're forming another double bomb here. You're creating high highs, high lows at this point now, and you can expect a pullback at least to 1802, right? So yeah, I'm looking to take it, man, to the top side at this point. Just need to break these highs again now, and then after that, you're just expecting a couple like pullback candles, and once you get those pullback candles, right, you want to see one nice engulfing bullish candle, and then you have more confidence in this setup. But at this point now, honestly, guys, you've tapped into that daily support area. This kind of like was your attempt to figure out if this is your pullback or is this your rejection. So at this point now, this will kind of like, this told us, right, we started to form double bottom here. I would have taken a position here, but again, I was being extra careful just to see how we are going to react around this area. So look, what did we do around this area? Started to form a resistance here many times. Buyers actually tried breaking above this, but again, sellers would always take control. But look, sellers failed to even reach 1797. Literally, this is a resistance level on a 1 minute time frame. It's not even a key area. That's how much there is. That's how much momentum there is to the top side. So at this point now, you're kind of like expecting the confluences and momentum to drive price all the way to the top side. So that's why I'm executing on this buy position here and aiming for that 1-to-1 to the top side. It needs to start clearing these highs at this point. Now you can expect a couple bearish candles at this point, kind of like turning them into a pullback candle, right? And then after that, you can expect a massive bullish candle. But if you see anything that's engulfing everything to the left at that point, the trade becomes irrelevant. So in order for this trade to be valid, you don't want to see anything engulfing all of this structure to the left. You want to see just 1 or 2 tiny bearish candles, and then at that point they're going to turn into your pullback candles, right? And then you want to see a nice engulfing bullish candle. At that point you have another kind of like confluence to take it back up. At least if you start clearing 1802 or coming at least all the way up to 1804, right? So you have some sort of nice range to the top side as well. The 1-to-1s can very easily get hit. Man, recently the sessions have been so choppy on gold. It's just been so ridiculous, man. We've gotten literally nothing whatsoever. Something like this, like what can you really do in something like this? You're kind of like ranging. Like this is literally when our session started. And then as soon as our session starts, we just start to range. So like
Do you not trade like before NYC?
No, this is literally when we start trading half 1. So I think for you guys it's maybe half 8. I don't know what time it is for you guys over there. Where are you from, Zender?
Oh, right now I'm in the Netherlands. It's like 3 p.m. right now.
It's 3 p.m. over there. Okay. So basically, you're 1 hour ahead of us. So yeah, basically this will be like half 2 for you then, right?
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be half two for you. So that's when we kind of like start trading. That's the thing, because usually what 1 o'clock candle does is it likes to grab a lot of liquidity, man. It'll fake you out a lot of times as well. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like at this point now, look, the confluence is on your side as well. You are rejecting off of a key area, and then you're starting to like the structure on low time frame is starting to tell you that you're starting to respect the lows at this point now. The daily support is holding, and then as well as the daily support, you're also holding this area on 4 hour resistance, which is also being turned into support as well. So now all you need is literally momentum to kick in, start breaking all of these highs at this point now. These should turn into your pullback candles, and one nice explosive bullish candle to the top side should be a signal candle.
Yeah, one thing I'm looking at is gold right now. If we can kind of start creating resistance at around 1800s, I'll start looking for sells.
Yeah.
The only thing is it's a bit early in the 4 hour. It's kind of the only problem, but
that's kind of what I'm expecting as well. Some sort of like push up to this like resistance level on weekly and secure 1-to-1s by then. That's the thing, I'm trying to take on my 1-to-1s because I am expecting gold to drop, but I think what it's trying to do is now it's trying to pull back a little bit because the push down was so aggressive. Literally, it was a 1 minute candle. It pushed down about 70 pips, right? How big was this candle? Yeah, look at
like
this. Yeah, about 70 pips. So literally, you can have this whole move down first, gets corrected, and then that's your pullback, right? And then after that, we can start dropping. So I would definitely take on my positions from 1802 to 1804, anytime within the. Let's see how it goes, though. Just no momentum in the markets right now, man. I think it's because we're starting to approach like the end of the year, so usually momentum does start dying around this time. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time with like real trading experience, experiencing the end of the year. So let's see how it goes.
Oh man, I've experienced it numerous times. This is when I lower down my risk like big time, especially because I was trading GJ last year. So oh man, GJ turns into a slug around this time. That's for sure. It's the worst way to trade around.
Yeah, I think I'll start lowering my risk as well because I've back tested some November volume and fuck man, that doesn't seem all too fun to trade.
Nah, it's not much fun at all. Like these are the usually like these sort of moves are the moves that we used to get around our session. You see one nice candle, clean candle, but usually like even if not something like this, you'll get at least like 20 pip 1 minute candles, right? But recently it's just been so terrible, man. It's just been rangy. It just goes nowhere, basically. That's the issue. It's not that like we're taking silly trades and then we're losing. That's not the issue. It's just that our session just ranges. It just doesn't give us any sort of opportunities. So another thing, obviously I do not want to change my sessions, but again we have to be fluid in the market. So I will be looking at this week again, and then let's see how the next week starts. Might be looking to kind of like start trading before 1:30, so like NY open. But we'll have to obviously tweak the strategy a little bit. But again, at the moment this week, going to stick to this session as well. We do understand that this is very volatile. It might just be waiting for those, news events that are coming up on Thursday and Friday. Might just be waiting for that.
Yeah, maybe that could be holding us back because if I'm not mistaken, this Friday we have currency reports.
Yes, sir.
For the US dollar. So that's definitely bringing a lot of volatility on gold.
Yes, sir. We can see something very, very massive.
And something very messy. That's what I actually expect on gold.
That's the thing. So that's why I've lowered down my risk to like 0.25% per trade at this point now. And just going to wait and see when the momentum kicks back in. Because the thing is, right, usually when you have a lot of momentum, you can even take like trades with massive risk. Like massive risk is obviously like the higher end of the spectrum, so which is about 2%. This is usually what I used to do. But at this point now, when you're seeing something like this and you do understand that your session has been ranging for like the past 3 weeks now, you really want to lower down your risk. So let's say even if you are on a losing streak, you're taking like tiny losses. All it takes is like your winning streak to come back, and you can start upping your risk, and those losses can get wiped out literally in a good week. That's the best thing about it, if you know how to manage your risk. But that's where usually people like lose it. They're like, no way, I had good weeks. Like, no way. They kind of like expecting something from the markets. Whereas you should never expect something from the markets. You should be reactive, always react to the markets. So that's me kind of like reacting to the markets. Like, it's not because, guys, I'm scared to like risk money. It's just me. I'm kind of like, being careful with my capital. I don't want to lose my capital for, no reason whatsoever. For me, like, to risk 2% on a trade today, it doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, it's all about confidence in the end. How confident are you with setups?
I mean, yeah, go on.
Like with me when I lose, and it doesn't bother me. I could lose probably 3% in a way with the way that I trade. I trade about like 3 different CFDs, so 3% loss is normal for me, but I'm comfortable because I know that with the probability and with my experience that it could just flip by the end of the week or by the end of the day or anything. So
yes, sir. No, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. You always get those choppy weeks. It's part of the game. You'll get such a nice week, and then maybe next week might be choppy as well, especially when you have like a very, very aggressive news event where price just drops like hundreds and hundreds of pips. The next day usually likes to consolidate. So same thing, like, on weekly perspective as well. When you get really, really, really explosive weeks, maybe next couple of weeks they might just consolidate for a little bit. It might just be rangy, and then you start seeing again the explosive market cycle starts to show up. So it's like different market cycles, right?
Yeah.
You get the volatile sessions, and then you see something choppy. And then when you see something like this is just very choppy price action. You just have to sit on your hands. Because let's be realistic, what can you really do here? Are you really going to trade based off the 1 minute candles? Usually we trade based off the structure, not the candles, right? So we don't put our stop losses below the candles. But over here, that's all you can do. Let's see the 30 minutes, what the 30 minutes doing at this point now. It has literally like retested this area, this 4-hour resistance area. So I'm looking to see if this area is being turned into some sort of support area at this point now, to kind of like start pushing all the way back up. And look at the 30-minute highs at this point as well, right? It's tapped into this resistance, so it has no business breaking these highs. So as soon as you see these highs start to break at this point now, that's again another confluence that, look, you can take it to the top side, right, the price. But look how choppy this candle is so far. All it's done is literally move about 20 pips, and that's your 30-minute candle as well, with the new 4-hour. This is the new 4-hour as well. Keep that in your mind, guys. I'm also thinking about starting to, backtest US30, see how it moves.
Oh yeah, US30 is, if you're comfortable with co-op volatility, I say give US30 a chance.
That's what we love, man, the volatility. That's kind of what I love.
But right now, I'm taking a big break from US30 until it's kind of done breaking all-time highs, because it gets super choppy around this time, and it's basically untradeable. You can have all the volume in the world, but whenever you start breaking all-time highs, there's no real history. There's nothing to look at. So yeah, it's just a mess right now. Everyone keeps messaging me like, "Hey, I took this trade on US30. What do you think?" I just keep telling them, "Don't trade it now. Let it fall."
Basically, yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you are like, technical price action trader, you do need history to get based off of, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have history, then you can't really trade it, man. You don't know what your area of interest is. You don't know anything.
None of that. You're just pure gambling at that point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we do gamble, but we take calculated risks.
Exactly.
So it's a big difference.
This point, honestly, gold is just choppy. Starting to get a nice push down again, but honestly, man, I don't think I'll be execute on sells either right now. It's pushing down a little bit, but give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, this trade now, I'm not interested in executing on this anymore. Gonna take this out. Let's see what GJ is doing for a change. Oh look, GJ is moving. Okay, let's kind of analyze GJ because gold's not really doing anything, is it? Okay, so the weekly is actually at all-time highs at the moment. So what did this weekly candle do? Look at the previous weekly, kind of like just breaking off this resistance level, man. What a nice move. Breaking off this resistance level. The next weekly literally came down to retest this. And then this weekly came all the way down actually to kind of like retest this for the second time, kind of like forming a double bomb on the weekly time frame, right? Which is very, very strong. And then at this point now, you can most probably expect this weekly candle to come all the way to the highest. And then from there, see if it wants to reject or if it wants to kind of like, you know, start pushing all the way back up. But we'll have to go and see what the next resistance level will be to kind of like...
It's around 162, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 160 basically. Yes, sir. So at this
that's the
point
level
now,
I'm kind of aiming for.
At this point now, you're looking to see, right, on the weekly candle, because it is at all-time highs, you want to see like how much of a pullback you can get. So potentially, can you get pullback to this resistance level? That's a current resistance level. Maybe looking to the left, it was some sort of area of interest as well. Okay, you did have a support level around here as well, so we do understand that obviously this is an area of interest. It has been respected in the past as well. So if we go down to the daily candles now, let's see what the daily candles have done. Okay, so at this point, this daily candle has literally just pushed up. Let's see on the 4 hour if we did retest this level and then from there pushed on. Okay, so you actually have not seen any sort of retest so far. Like we literally just got one explosive push up to the top side. So this candle here seems like it's creating the bone wick on GJ, so we might even see a bigger bone wick, like pushing all the way down to 57 and then actually we're at 57, right? So with this you have to be 157.129 and then from there get a bounce back up. But yeah, GJ right now, very clean price action. Let's look at the 30-minute candle. Yeah, look at that, just like straight push up. And at this point now, it's going to start breaking these lows over here as well, kind of like grab some liquidity, right? So I think we can push down another 20 pips to the downside and then from there start taking it back up. So if I was on the markets right now, as soon as it started to break these lows over here, started to break these structure lows, at that point I'll just be waiting for those pullbacks on the low time frames, kind of like taking it all the way down to 57. So you do have like 20 pips to the downside. So what sort of range do you aim for, Xander, when trading GJ?
When trading GJ, I just look to follow the 4 hour. That's I just look at 4 hour ranges and I'm like, okay, we should, well, because market moves from range to range, from one zone to another. So yeah, just look to follow. Most of the time when I'm trading, I'm following the higher time frame trend.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, something like this I can definitely see happening, right? Seeing a nice push to the downside first. But obviously from here, you are expecting those pullbacks as well after you see those confirmations. But guys, gold is just so choppy, man. In themselves. Oh, look at Paul, man. The guy's in themselves, bro. He's in themselves. Let's look at XRP, man. What's XRP saying? Ooh, look, he's chilling above $1. Guys, I'm telling you, all-time highs are coming soon. I think it was like $3 something, right? All-time highs.
Yeah, 2017, it reached about $3.
Yeah, it went up to $3.50 actually. Wow, amazing. Man, I'm so stacked up on XRP, honestly. So stacked up. I'm just waiting for the explosive break. It is the SEC lawsuit. As soon as it's done, you're going to see that bull run kick in. Just start pushing all the way to the top side.
Yeah, I think after that lawsuit, they can start really commercializing their product. Because now that's really what's holding them back. No bank wants to make a deal with someone that has a lawsuit against them with the SEC for insider trading.
Exactly.
It's like the easiest way to ruin your name.
Yes, sir. Man, with gold just so choppy. My gosh. I don't think I've seen this sort of price action in a while on gold. Like this choppy. This is just very choppy, man. Like literally now, the whole week our session has just been ranging. At this point, guys, you can't do anything, honestly. You can't take a buy, you can't take a sell. What can you take when there is no momentum in the market? Let's say if you were to take a sell right now. Cool. You at least want to see one nice momentum candle. So the only time for me to like actually take a position right now, I want to see a nice momentum candle. At that point, okay, I understand the momentum. There is momentum in the market, right? The volatility has kicked in, and then I can start trading because we are momentum traders. But if there is nothing, what are you going to do? It's just ranging again, ranging. Did it do anything though after our session yesterday? I don't even think it done anything after our session ended. Nope, literally nothing whatsoever. Just pushed down a little bit, tiny bit, but that's about it. That's all gold has done in 2 days now. Man, I miss the days when you used to get these sort of moves. Literally. Guys, when you have something like this, right? This is where, like, you know, your psychology kicks in. Someone said 20 pips running in profits, 25 pips booked my profits. Lol. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. Where are you from, dear? Oh, where do I live? That's, you know, I'm from a secret location. I can't really be revealing that. But yeah, honestly, to be honest, like, if I don't see anything kicking in around NYSE, just gonna call it a day.
Yeah, I might even call it a day myself because I don't like the way how pound yen is moving right now. It's kind of rejecting, just consolidating on the 1 hour. It seems yesterday. And yeah.
Let's kind of do. Yeah, go on. Finish yourself.
I might, however, look for gold sells with the 50-minute rejecting at 1800 flat.
That's what I'm looking for myself as well, the gold sell spot. In order for us to actually like get the sales playing out, there needs to be momentum. Momentum needs to kick in right now. There is no momentum in the markets.
I mean, NYSE is opening in 7 minutes, so I think
that's the thing. Yeah.
That'll definitely bring some volume.
I mean, to be honest, like recently for the past 2 days, even with NYSE open, we've seen no volume kick in. That's the thing. Usually, like this session is very, very volatile, man. The 130 open, this is when you get those big moves. Like this is more volatile than NY open, and then this has just been so choppy. That's the thing. So it becomes a little bit tricky now to actually like trade NYSE as well. Because I don't just want to go in kind of like thinking, okay, NYSE will become, you know, more volatile, because for the past 2 days it's just been terrible. So let's see what happens. We got another 6 minutes left. If something kicks in, okay. Otherwise, guys, like, why do you want to lose your money? Save your money for those volatile weeks. Save your money for those volatile weeks. That's when you make money, right? The best thing about gold is, right, when you have those volatile weeks, man, you can make so much return.
Yeah, and don't be scared to hold for really long, especially on gold.
Yeah.
Remember, I've held a trade for like 200 pips once, and I was like, yeah, it'll never move this, but if it hits 200 pips, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, disappear for 30 minutes, and boom, you got 200 pips.
For real, man, for real. Okay, at this point now we're starting to come down again, but honestly this might just be a bottom wick being created on the 30 minutes, so I'm not touching any sort of sells or anything, honestly. It's just terrible price action right now, terrible. Still within this range, just came to the top side and is coming all the way back down now. I'm literally not touching anything whatsoever, even though I am looking for sells. Okay. But let's see what NYSE does though, because with NYSE you guys gotta understand one more thing. You might see that nice bounce back up to create the upper wick, right? And look at this candle just starting to reject again. With this sort of price action, you just have to keep it very simple, right? Like usually I'll go into like, look, it's forming higher highs, higher lows, this, that, but at this point it's very simple. You have the top side of the range and you have the downside of the range. The top side has been respected twice. One attempt to break out to the top side, we failed to break out to the top side, right? We understand that right here now. We gotta keep it very, very simple. Over here, you can't make it complicated. complicated. It's as simple as that. And this kind of like becomes your correction if we start breaking to the downside, right? So now you want to see a nice clean break to the downside. At that point, you're waiting for those pullbacks as well. But again, if you do see a break before the NYSE opens, at that point with NYSE, you're not waiting for those pullbacks because you understand it's a volatile session. And then when there is volatility there, gold is not going to give you that pullback. So now it's very simple. Either wait for a break to the top side or the downside. But when you see the break, you want to wait for a pullback and then a nice engulfing bullish candle, which I expected, which did not happen. So yeah, this becomes a fake out at this point because this was an attempt to break to the top side, right? So at this point now, this becomes a fake out. Guys, by the way, is my background noisy? Or is it fine?
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine, yeah? Okay. Let me know if it gets too noisy. And look at this. At this point now, we've started to form lower lows and lower highs. So at this point, literally, like, you're starting to turn this resistance area into some sort of, like, you know, area that holds for sellers as well. So we just have to wait and see, honestly, because I'm not looking to trade within this range. I want to see a nice breakout of this range. That's what I'm looking to see. You can see silver. Someone said you can see silver. But let's you know what, let's leave gold for now. Let's be more like productive. Let's actually do a breakdown on G to see what we can see happening. Like, let's actually go down to like monthly first. Let's see what the monthlies are. Oh, monthly is literally at all-time highs as well. I do have gold on my MetaTrader 5, guys, so don't worry, I'm not gonna miss anything. I got my MetaTrader 5 running on the left. Okay, seems like literally what we had was we had such an explosive move down from up here, right? Look at this. So look, it's very, very simple, right? Look what's happening. GJ was on a massive downtrend at this point. Now we're going to keep it very simple. This was an attempt to kind of like crack this back up. It failed to do that, and then this area held, and then at that point this was like your retest to kind of like form a new low, right? But this is where you fail to form a new low. If I just show you guys this is where buyers took control again and then again. So you can see like this area held and buyers took control numerous times, right? But this at this point now, we kind of like started to form like a double bottom over here as well, and then from there you understand how strong double bottoms are, and then you go explosive move up to the top side. At this point now, look, you got a rejection, pullback, start to break this again, formed a new high at this point. So this became our new high now, and then obviously after that we ended up correcting this whole move, right? So kind of like 50% mark. So we know that usually the corrections are about 50% mark. So this was the correction at this point now, but because the correction was so explosive due to the double bottom being formed, and then at this point, you know, starting to clear this area, so there was a lot of liquidity up here. The break was very explosive and was starting to drop on gold as well at this point. Another minute left. It's coming down, guys. Give me a second, we'll do analysis in a little bit. It's starting to drop now. This is the new minute open. This might be it. Let's see. This might be it, honestly. Ooh, this might be it, guys. If we start clearing this to the downside now, I want to see a nice break below this. Nice break below this, honestly. And there is a lot of potential to the downside at this point. Now let's see how it plays out. Let's really see how it plays out. I want to see a nice close below this structure over here, because I do not want to see another rejection from this area at this point now. Okay, so look, at this point you got the rejection and it's starting to break the lows once again. Let's just see how this candle closes. If we can get a nice close below this, let's see how the next one opens as well, because you're gonna just see candles start dumping at this point now. Very nice dump to the downside, and I'm looking to execute on this as well. Just want to see how this one opens and what the next candle does. I want to take one position over here to the downside, because this is where you're expecting the volatility to drive the price down over here. And let's see, you want to see some sort of pullback at this point now, and then start to break the lows. Alright guys, I'm looking to take a position over here. Let's see if we can get a nice push down to the downside. Either that, at this point, look, you wanted to start breaking this with some sort of like momentum, take a position here, or you're waiting for those pullbacks, one tiny bullish candle, and next one starts breaking the lows. So at this point now, if it breaks these lows, it should be good to go down. So yeah, at this point now, I'm looking to execute on this position. Let's go. Let's give us another nice dump to the downside because we have nice range. There we go. Let's go. Let's break this now. Okay, guys, I'm taking this position and I'm in for 1-to-1, aiming for the 1-to-1 to the downside. I'm keeping my stop loss above the current 1 minute candle because it's just literally right above the structure as well. Like 95, this is where you had the structure, right? So that's it. I've taken a position here at this point now, sell position. If I see another nice push to at least 1790, I'm going to make it risk free. Oh, there we go. Look at that. What a nice push it was. Literally up 19 pips. Oh, there we go. I'm going to make it a risk-free at this point now. It's a risk-free trade at this point now. So I cannot get stopped up. I mean, I can get stopped up, but I break even. There we go. The TP has been hit, guys. That's the trade we have been waiting for. That's the 1-to-1 being hit at this point now. And rest of it, I'm just going to let it run at this point. I do want to scale in with more positions, but now the 1-to-1 has been hit. That's it, guys. We said wait for the structure to break. As soon as the structure breaks, let's just execute. And it was as simple as that. Look, literally, we waited to see how this candle closes and how the next one opens. I told you, as soon as it starts breaking the lows with literally often making a new high, we can execute on it. And we can expect the volatility to drive the price all the way down, right? At this point now, look, I will not look to execute with another position. I'm going to let this one do whatever it does, right? Because we understand that there is a lot of momentum to the downside and a lot of potential to the downside as well. But again now, if I see a nice pullback, another engulfing bearish candle, I'll just look to scale in. But 30 pips at this point. Just got Lay do his thing now. So at 1-to-1, I've literally just closed about like 50%. I've just got a tiny position running at this point now, the other half. And is a risk-free trade as well. But you're expecting you're expecting a big push down at this point now. This is your NYSE. Gold has literally done nothing since like yesterday. So you can expect a very aggressive push down to the downside, yeah. Man, you know, like when gold doesn't move, it just makes you so tired because your brain is just not involved. It just makes you so tired and sluggish. Because usually it's like so volatile, like every single second you're getting a new information. But when it's like choppy like this, you're just like, oh, I'm so tired now. Okay, do you guys think maybe we can see 100 pips to the downside?
Those were some nice sells.
Yeah, literally wait for the range to break and execute. Even kept the stop loss literally above the 1 minute candle because at this point just expected the volatility to take the price down.
I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I'm going to lick my wounds.
You're going to do what?
It's my Ftmo over. So I'm just gonna go and cry in the corner.
Wait, what's happened? What's happened, Ange? Is your last day, right?
Yeah, I've lost it already.
Oh no, 5% today?
Yeah, I went on a big lot size.
No.
It was my last day. It's
okay.
dire. You know, it was like I was at -4.
Oh,
so,
it was a -4 for today?
Yeah, from yesterday.
Huh? How does that make sense?
I was -3 last week and then -3.5. And then yesterday we made that loss.
Wait,
so,
how much are you down on your Ftmo account right now?
It's gone.
You've lost 10%?
Yeah, because I went on a big lot size.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like low probability to take it back anyway. So I just went in. Yeah.
You know what? It's part of the game, but you gotta understand. Look, literally, you were at break even. And
I was.
Unfortunately, you didn't know what the rules were, so you kept on trading and you kind of like lost the profits. But you gotta understand, you were in deep profits as well, and the way you came back was amazing. So you done that, you remember that.
I did, yeah.
It's not like, you know, you started the challenge and you just lost it. I mean, yeah, obviously you lost it today because it was literally the last day, right? And then you kind of went in with more risk. So it does make sense, but you gotta understand the way you recovered and you were back to profits. And then unfortunately you didn't know that obviously even like couple dollars up is fine. So that's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
didn't know. So I thought it had to be like significant, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, it's part of the game. Honestly, you can't do anything. The weeks have been really, really choppy. Today, you should have gone in with some sort of dynamic risk, not one big position. That's what you should have done. Just
I
like,
think I'm just mentally tired from the rain.
yeah,
Honestly,
I know, I hate
if
you.
it was like, another day, or if, but it's just like, the 2, 3 weeks that we've had. I think it's just mentally draining. And
It
for
is.
me, to rein in my stubbornness, which
Yeah.
that's a lot of work. So
No, most definitely. I do understand. I do understand. It's been very draining, even for me, because like we've literally had nothing. Look, today was literally the only day we actually got a move and our TP got hit. This was literally the only time we actually had a nice move, like during our session, right?
yeah,
And even looking at all the confirmations at this point now, like literally the safest thing to do was kind of like wait for the range to break and then take the trade. That's exactly what we did, right? And then today actually worked out. So this was an excellent trade. But other than that, like literally we've had nothing whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. So you
yeah.
can't really blame yourself for it. And guys,
No, I don't blame myself.
my runner's about to get
I've
stopped out as
learned a
well.
lot, and
At break even. And that's the runner stopped out.
but you got one. Hey.
Hey, at least it moved, right? At least it
Yes,
moved. That's all that matters. Hey guys, someone's listening to very loud music.
yes, I can hear that.
I don't know who that is. Very, very loud music.
I will be going now.
You're making noise?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Okay. Go rest.
rest my brain.
Yeah, just rest your brain. Take some time off. Just understand one thing, right?
Yeah.
You were in drawdown, and the way you
I was
recovered,
-6 to +1 at some
plus
point.
one, you was in like back to like deep profits. The recovery was amazing. You don't understand the only thing that went wrong was literally just that. Obviously, like the markets have been ranging very, very rangy, so you really can't blame yourself, can you?
It's all good.
Really can't blame yourself because at this point, look, the only position that even showed up today was just this sell position. Like I was not even interested in executing from up here. Like usually we have so much confidence, we see something like this faking out, coming back to the range, giving even more
Yeah.
confirmation. This could have been our entry right here, literally all the way from up here to take you all the way down there, right? Could have been like 100 pip move. But that's the thing. Recently it's just been so rangy that you can't even trade the range at this point now. Because imagine take a position here, get slept from here all the way back up, stopping you out, and then again, luckily this time it actually broke up, and then you got a very nice move, which we did capitalize on, right? So you
You
gotta
did.
understand. Again, did you take these sales by the way?
No, I couldn't. I blew it up there in the first one.
Oh, the first buy.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. This position here.
Yeah.
Where was your entry?
There. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that was your entry.
And then
Stop was below this, 17
Yeah.
pips. Yeah, that was 1 to 1. Look, no.
I had the stop loss like below the structure.
Right here, 17 pips, right?
The lowest run, 94?
Oh, below this.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember we spoke about it. Stops gotta be below the current structure. But yeah, it made more sense to be safe.
But then this was the impulsive wick that we talked about. So I
Yeah.
had to give it a bit more room.
Room to breathe, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, at this point, honestly, you can't do anything, and
Yeah,
this has
it's
been
cool.
very, very choppy, really. What can you do? The only nice move was this move to the downside, and other than that, nothing else really. There's nothing else whatsoever. And literally, look, this is like literally just like 20 minutes left into our session as well when we got this move.
It's almost, yeah.
At least we got something during our session, though. That's good. That's really good. So now we know that we can go in tomorrow with more risk because we understand, okay, today markets did move during our session. So that's good. It's given us some sort of confidence, and like our psychology should be, returned back to normal. I will say one thing though, Ange, rather than actually like jumping off the markets, kind of like just start watching the markets, right? So you're still up to date
Yeah.
with the markets. You're still in touch with the markets.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step off for this session, but
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna still keep an eye. I'm not gonna take even a day break. No,
That's different.
I have like how gold is moving now. I'm kind of in there, so I'm kind of in the flow. So I'm not, I don't want to
Exactly.
lose that. So I'm not like
Exactly.
gonna go away.
And you know, one thing I've been noticing so much, you see this over here, right? You see
Mhm.
this so much on gold. So as soon as you get the 130 candle opening, right? Like
Yeah.
you've created if you've created a support before that, what price does is it will kind of like respect the support, so it will form another support above that, and then after that you'll get the explosive candle to the top side. That'll be like, you know, the first leg up to form a resistance, and then after you'll start dropping. So the way we executed on this position was actually really, really nice. This was a really, really good position. So you
Yeah.
can't even blame yourself for it, because the 1-2-1s would have gotten hit over here, and that was literally the first move in, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously after that, did we have anything else over here? Over here we got nothing. Right here we started to form that double bottom. Obviously could have been a bit risky and taken a position here, I guess, but again, look, this one rejected. It becomes a bit risky, right? Let's say if you took a position there, 26, nah, not your 1-2-1s could have gotten hit, but again, like, it would have came literally back to your entry point. At that point, potentially we could have made it break even as well. So the only good move was literally this move to the downside, and like the safest way to take this move was to kind of just wait for the break of the range, right? Because we understand how rangy it has been recently, and over here nothing suggested us that, like, look, there is so much volatility in the markets now that you're just gonna break off the range. This candle was nice, but again, look at this candle. Even though engulfed like some of the candles to the left, it actually closed with a little bit of a rejection, and then the next one kind of just shot all the way back up. But again, looking at all of these candles here now, you haven't seen anything which has engulfed everything to the left. So the only good candle, like the momentum candle, was actually this candle, which we executed on. So this was my position on this candle, right? Literally as soon as it closed, wait for the next one to break, kept the stop loss above this, because obviously the highs of this candle was literally like where the structure was, so this should be respected. So it should not ever break the highs, right? At that point, literally gave me 1-2-1. It's a great move down. At this point, let's see what happens over here. Are we gonna start forming some sort of double bottom here? We're gonna start going back up. But this was a great move though, and literally the only safest move and the most volatile move as well. After this now, what else can you see? I am quite bearish on gold though. Did say that gold will dump today, so there we go. Analysis is working out. Look at the daily candle, literally just flipped. I can show you the daily candle as well. We did say that obviously gold is gonna dump, and look at this point now, daily has broken the lows of the previous daily candle as well at this point now. And yeah, like literally the next area that we are approaching is literally your 87 area to kind of like 83 area. So let's see what happens around this area. Honestly, 87 area is the next area I'm looking for. Xander, did you catch this? The sell setup? Is he still there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm here. Sorry, I was typing. Yeah, I got in at near 1796 with the 50-minute close. And yeah,
okay.
I just secured at around 1790.
1796 you got in, right?
Yeah.
So like up here. Oh, nice.
Yeah, with that 50-minute close.
This breaking. Okay. Nice. Yeah, bro, this was a really nice dump, honestly. 1796. Yeah, this one was a nice dump. Honestly, that's literally all I think we might get today. Let's see though. Took a sell at 1795, stop loss in profits, hit at 1791. That's amazing, K. Well done. But everyone on YouTube, did you guys catch these sells with us as well? So we've taken obviously this sell setup here. It took on my runner. I closed 50% at 1-1. It was a tiny position though, nothing big, because the markets are really choppy right now, and so I'm not really looking to risk much. But other than this now, what else can we see on gold? Obviously now at this point, we're starting to break the lows as well, so that's great. Our analysis actually played out. That's amazing, right? Our analysis played out again. Now at this point, you need to understand what's the next area where you can expect a rejection from. It's pretty much 1788. From 88 we can see a rejection, a massive rejection to the top side, right? So at this point, let's measure the range. The range is actually not very big at all. It's about 20 pips. So if we start clearing this, I think we can come all the way down to this area over here, which is 83. But if we start breaking this area, honestly, I can see these lows get violated, kind of like grab liquidity here, tap 74, and then from 74 we can start seeing a massive push all the way to this top side to kind of like form those new highs, right? To tap the top side of the range, which is at 33. So we might actually see this candle here dump for another like 200 pips potentially, and then after that a massive run to the top side. But let's see, can weekly candle really do that? Being realistic, when you're being realistic, obviously, like, you know, the answer is no. But with gold, anything is possible. That's the thing. Look how massive this candle here was. It literally was 400 pips. So if it pushes down like a couple more pips, like let's say a couple more pips, and then from here pushing up, like literally you can see this area get retested for the second time. But let's see though, let's see. You can see silver. Yes, background noise. Show your MT4. I don't have an MT4, I have an MT5, and I did show my MetaTrader 5. Right now I don't have any positions running. My stop loss got hit at break even. It got stopped out. I don't have any more positions running right now. I had that sell position running. I took a 1-to-1, 50% at 1-to-1, and then the rest of the 50% got stopped out. See you all in the morning, headed in the dentist appointment. Take care. Honestly, at this point now, guys, well, our session's about to end in a couple minutes as well. At that point, we're just gonna call it a day. Today was actually great, better than, like, you know, previous days. We actually did get a nice move in gold. We got something at least this time. But yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow now. Hopefully we see some more volatility kick into the market, and then we can start upping our risk as well, start having some more fun. But this was actually a great move, very nice move. I was in like 40 pips at one time, 40 pips profits at one time. Yeah, guys. Yo, what's happening? How was the session? We caught the cells. We caught this cell setup. Secured 1-to-1, and then after the other half got stopped out at break even. So secured some profits on these cells over here. But honestly, gonna call it a day in a little bit now. Around 3 o'clock, gonna close the session. We'll wait for another 10 minutes, just see if we get more volatility kick in. But honestly, guys, like, literally caught this cell setup. Other than this, no need to force it now. But tomorrow we can come in with like more confidence. At this point now, can understand like, okay, this session was a little bit more volatile compared to all the other sessions we've had recently. So yeah, but anyway, everyone on YouTube, we're gonna call it a day, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow. Finally, we did get something nice today. Gold did move. Waited for our confirmations, and then we executed on this without any sort of hesitation. That's all you can do. Today it didn't make sense for us to catch gold from the top side because obviously it was within the range, and then we understand that previously we have not been able to break those ranges, so it became a little bit more tricky to trade the range. So we just waited for the range to break. As soon as we started to break those lows, executed with confidence, Do you know how we had confidence? You can tell we had confidence because we literally put the stop loss right above the 1 minute candle. That's how you know there was a lot of confidence there, right? So that's it. Executed on this, and then literally it went straight to the TP, closed 50%, and now the other half got what time tomorrow? So guys, we usually go live around 1 o'clock to 1:30. So that's BST, British Summer Time. You can actually follow me on Insta. The link to my Insta is in the description of the video that you're watching right now. So the live stream, the Insta is called d.a_forex. You can go follow me on there. I do literally post right before I go live, so you can go follow that. But yeah, honestly, now we're going to be disciplined traders. Don't want to go in with more risk at this point now, because we did take this nice trade, and that's about it. Call it a day, guys. It's all about being disciplined. You actually, like, if you did cash this, you ended up in profits. You're part of the 10% today. So yeah, let's just keep it at that. Let's not go back to being, you know, the 90%, and then we'll be back tomorrow to kind of do the same thing. So exciting day tomorrow ahead of us, because we did see volatility today, and catch up with you guys tomorrow. Peace.